Welcome everyone to Carden IT Services guide on the UK Cybersecurity and Resilience Bill. Here's the simple truth. The bill is designed to stop organisations cutting corners on security and to make sure the right protections are in place before an incident happens. Most people think it won't happen to me until pressure arrives in the form of a customer requirement, an insurance renewal, a contract clause, or yes, sometimes an incident. And when that pressure hits, the most common reaction is regret for not investing in defence sooner. This is not about scare stories. It's about avoiding panic, downtime, and difficult conversations with customers. This guide is just letting you know what will be coming in the near future. We do not yet know of the specifics that will be required to be put into place. But before we get into the bill itself, here are the practical actions businesses are most likely to feel first. This is the part that shows up in day-to-day operations. Be ready for more questionnaires about your security and resilience. Be able to show proof, not just say we're secure. Have a clear incident process because expectations around response and reporting are tightening. Expect contracts and renewals to include more security wording and requirements. Now we'll explain what's changing in the bill and why those actions are becoming more common. In this video, we'll cover what the bill is trying to change in plain English, the key parts of the bill, explained simply, and why smaller businesses still feel the knock-on effect through customers and contracts. Let's get into it. The big picture, what the bill is trying to fix. At a high level, the bill is pushing one main idea. Critical services and the suppliers behind them need to be able to cope when something goes wrong. So it is not only stop incidents, it is also reduce the impact and recover quickly if something happens. Think of it like fire safety. You do not just hope there is never a fire, you have alarms, exits, drills, and a plan, so the business is not chaos if the worst happens. That is what resilience means in this context. Resilience explained, staying calm on a bad day. So, what does resilience actually mean? In plain English, it means you can spot a problem quickly, you can contain it without everything spreading, you can recover services without starting from scratch, and you can prove what happened and what you did about it. Of course, these factors are best avoided in the first place. This is where companies like Carden IT Services put protection in place so that the stress, disruption, and scrambling never happens in the first place. Resilience is what stops one bad day turning into a full business crisis. Expanded scope, more organizations included. One key change in the bill is expanded scope. Translated, this means the rules are expected to apply to a wider range of organizations than before, not just the obvious big targets, but also more of the digital supply chain. That matters because the supply chain is where attackers often look first. Instead of hitting a large organization head-on, they look for a smaller supplier with weaker controls. So even if your business is not directly regulated, your customers might be. And that's how the knock-on effect begins. Faster reporting, 24 hours, then 72. Another major part is stricter reporting. The proposal includes a two-stage reporting approach. Notify the regulator within 24 hours of becoming aware of a significant incident, and follow up with a more detailed report within 72 hours. The important takeaway is not the paperwork, it's the pace. This pushes organizations to have their incident process ready in advance, because during an incident, you are already under pressure. Adding a clock on top means you need clarity, roles, and evidence quickly. In real life, that leads to more structured supplier requirements too, because organizations will want confidence that their providers can respond properly. Increased penalties, the stakes get higher. The bill also increases the pressure through bigger penalties for serious breaches. The proposal includes maximum fines rising significantly up to the higher of £17 million or 4% of worldwide turnover for certain cases. Even if that does not apply to your business directly, it changes behaviour across industries. When risk becomes expensive, businesses become stricter, contracts become tighter, and supplier checks become more common. Stronger oversight, more power to enforce change. Another part is enhanced regulatory powers. In simple terms, the bill strengthens what regulators can ask for and how quickly rules can be updated, especially where national security concerns are involved. You do not need to remember the legal detail here. The key point is that enforcement is expected to become more active and more structured over time. That usually leads to more formal requirements in tenders, renewals, and supplier onboarding. Supply chain focus, why you will see more questionnaires. This is where most smaller businesses will feel the impact. The bill puts stronger focus on suppliers so that critical systems are not weakened by the companies connected to them. That means you are more likely to see supplier security questionnaires, requests for written policies and proof, contract clauses about reporting and response times, and more questions about who has access to what. If you have ever received a security form and thought, "I'm not sure what they are really asking," you are not alone. But those forms are likely to become more common, not less. Buy a checklist. What to ask your IT supplier. If you are choosing an IT supplier or reviewing the one you already have, here's a simple checklist you can use, not to catch people out, but to reduce risk. Ask, if something goes wrong, who responds and how fast? How do you detect issues and how do you prove what happened? How are updates and patching handled and how often? How is access controlled, especially for admin level accounts? What happens if a laptop is lost or a staff member leaves? How do you back up data and how quickly can you restore it? How do you train users to avoid common mistakes and scams? What security information can you provide if a customer asks for it? If an IT supplier can answer those clearly, it is usually a good sign they are built for resilience, not just reactive support. So let's recap. The bill is pushing better resilience, not just better prevention. More businesses will feel the impact through customers and contracts. Supplier questionnaires are likely to increase. Stronger reporting expectations mean faster, clearer incident response. And finally, asking the right questions helps you choose safer suppliers. Thanks for watching. If your business is starting to receive supplier security forms or you want to be ready before they arrive, Carden IT Services can help you put the right answers and the right protections in place. It is always easier to build resilience before the stressful day happens, not during it. See you in the next one.